Yo, what is up everybody? Welcome back to another YouTube video. Today I'm going to be going over my full predictions for this week's championship week for conference championships before we go into Navy versus Army week and then bowl games and the college football championship. It's been a while. Hello. So our first game, technically, it's today on Friday when I'm releasing this video. It's going to be, the first game is Troy versus James Madison. Now, I have bad beef with Troy. We almost lost to them. As you can see, I'm a Clemson fan. We almost lost to them like second week of the season. It's been a terrible season, so don't let me talk about it. They play a very good James Madison team who is 11-1. Their one loss is probably to a Power 4 team. A better team. I don't think Troy has much chance in this game. I mean, they were just lucky because their side of the Sun Belt is bad. They're not good at all. And James Madison has been dominating all season. I gotta take him. The spread may be a little bit too much in the 24 spread, but I think James Madison will pull out the win. The game that I'm actually excited to watch, Kennesaw State versus Jacksonville State. So Jacksonville State in Alabama, not Florida. I want Kennesaw State to win win so badly, and they have a better record. And there's still I think there's still a possibility for them to get in the 12-team playoff if they have James Madison lose. The whole lot of chaos. So, will they win? Maybe. The 3-point spread for Kennesaw State Bulls that Las Vegas wants them to win. And Jacksonville State did win last year. Now, the CUSA wasn't that good last year, I have to say. It wasn't as good as at least this year. I'm going to say Kennesaw State is going to pull off a narrow victory, probably by a field goal or something like that. I don't think much of these games are going to be blowouts, except for one I'm going to talk about later. Next, we have North Texas versus Tulane. Man, I wanted Tulane to miss it so bad. I don't think they deserve this. I'm not going to lie. Yes, they're 10-2. Yes, they're ranked 20th. No, they haven't played any good teams. The only good teams you could probably say they played is UTSA, who they lost to. I don't remember the other loss. North Texas has been balling out this year. They've been playing hard team after hard team. Their only loss is to South Florida, another hard team. It was between the 4 teams of Navy, North Texas, Tulane, and South Florida. Navy should have been in over Tulane if they didn't have that critical loss to North Texas. Yeah, North Texas is who they lost. Yeah, I think so. It might be South Florida. I don't remember. Actually, I think they beat. I don't know. Oh yeah, they did. Yeah, they beat South Florida. Okay, I just had to remember. I don't remember at all. I think North Texas pulls it out. It's not going to be a blowout, like I said. Down the stretch, I'm going to say there's going to be one that's a blowout. North Texas pulls this off. Next is UNLV versus Boise State. A game which I'm not excited for at all. I had so much hope in San Diego State. They didn't even make a bowl game last season, just like Kennesaw State. And then they had a chance to make it, and then they sold. This is just a rematch from last year. It's not fun at all. I'm not going to be interested in watching this game at all. But UNLV has had a fantastic season. Other than their first week scare versus week 0 scare, sorry. They've been balling out. They only have 2 losses. Don't know who they are to. Boise State has been hot garbage this year. I gotta say, they almost lost last week to Utah State, who I think are mid, and they're not that good. I think UNLV wins this game by a few points. It says Boise State is favored in the spread 5.5. I don't think they deserve that, really. I mean, have Ashton Genty. I feel like he was the main soul of that offense last year. Not the quarterback, not the wide receivers, just Ashton Genty. Next, BYU versus Texas Tech. This is another very fun game. The actual game I'm actually excited for to watch on Saturday. I'm not going to be happy the rest of the time. A banger game that I feel can get out of hand really fast. Texas Tech is too good. They're just too good. I can't have BYU beating them. I would get flamed if I told anybody that, if they knew ball at least. It's a really hard game to decide. I think Texas Tech pulls it off. 12-point spread might be right, it might be wrong. That's always the case, obviously, but like exponentially high, like it could be a high-scoring game where Texas Tech pulls off like an insane 50-yard touchdown to end it or something like that. They've been doing that all season. I haven't watched a single game, so I'm excited to watch it. I think Texas Tech pulls off the win, though. The least watched game this week is going to be Miami, Ohio versus Western Michigan. Miami, Ohio is back in time for vengeance, not against Ohio, but against another team, North, which is going to be Michigan, which is not going to be a fun game. I can just tell you that. So, Western Michigan is favored by 1.5 points. Just off their record, I would say they would win. Don't know. I don't have much knowledge on MAC teams. They've never really been a good conference. The only part I've actually worried about is Kent State winning games and Massachusetts losing all their games. That's it. I think Western Michigan pulls out the win. Georgia versus Alabama. A rivalry, technically, and one that Alabama has been owning the last few years, and one that I think they will own again. Georgia's favored by 2.5 points. Obviously, Las Vegas does not understand what has been happening in the last few years. You could say that for Michigan, Ohio State. I don't care. I don't care about that game. South Carolina, Clemson's better. Hate me all you want. But this game, it's at 4 o'clock. I don't really want to watch it. It happens every year. These two teams are always the top of the SEC. I would just like to see someone like Texas A&M, LSU, even though they fell off at the end of the season. Don't care. Maybe even the South Carolina if they were good. I have to go for Alabama. Every single time I will choose in this game, when these two teams play, I have to choose Alabama every single time, because if I choose Georgia, I'm never going to win it, because Georgia can never seem to beat them. And I used to think that Gunnar Stockton was bad. Somehow he's good. Don't know. Yeah, Alabama wins it, so no doubt. The best game of the week, and one that I think will be a blowout. I'm joking. Not a blowout, but Indiana versus Ohio State. Number 2 versus number 1, the actual one, other than... So when Ohio State played Texas early in the year, that game, I watched the whole way through, and it was garbage. I hated it. It was so bad. I wanted to turn it off and throw everything. I wanted to throw my remote on my TV. How bad that game was. And I do not want to sit through another hours watching this one if it's going to be the same way as that one. Texas is a garbage fire. No doubt about that. I think Indiana pulls off the upset against Ohio State. Ohio State, I don't remember their record, or their schedule, but I don't know if they played any real good teams. You could fact check me on that. But I know Indiana played Oregon and beat them. But Indiana also had an easy schedule, so it's very hard to pick between the two. But I want the upsets, and I want Indiana to be the 1 seed coming into the playoffs. Indiana wins this, and I'm going to say by maybe like 1 point, maybe. I don't know. Last game of the year, the one that's going to give me some heartbreak, the ACC Championship, Duke versus Virginia, blah, blah, blah. Duke doesn't even belong here in the first place. Clemson should have beat them. Everybody should have beat them. I'm so upset about that Clemson game with those trash refs. Not time for me to start arguing about that stuff. Oh man. But Duke is not a high caliber team. Virginia is. Now coming into this year, if I would have told you Duke and Virginia would have been the two teams in the playoffs, you would have thought I was crazy. Now, I never said that. I said Georgia Tech, Clemson all day. Georgia Tech fell off at the end of the season. My life is over. Clemson sucks. Don't know. Virginia wins this by 40 points. I don't care. I want Duke to lose as much as they can. I don't know. I think Virginia wins this. I just don't really care for it, honestly. It's a game that it's probably going to be the least watched, except for the MAC championship. They have Virginia winning by 4, which I think is a little bit, actually a lot too low. I don't think Duke is as high caliber as Virginia. And if they are and they win, the ACC doesn't even get a team in. So ACC loyalists and your team isn't in it, just be happy that Virginia wins and you at least get a team in the ACC championship. If you're an ACC loyalist and you want Duke to win, you're basically saying we want nobody in the playoffs. What will Virginia do in the playoffs if they get there? That's something for us to decide. I'll be making a bowl game prediction video once the first ones come out, which I think is on Sunday. I already know some games have already come out. I'm going to give you guys a full video of the Army-Navy game, like a full history type thing. If I can, I don't know. That game is always dear to my heart since Navy is my second team, so I never said that. So that's all the games we have. Once again, it's a short week. It's just champions. Well, not championships yet, but I guess I can give you guys a prediction on Army-Navy this video, but I don't really want to spoil anything. I'm just going through the bowl games. There's only 3 announced so far, and that's not enough for a full video, so I'm also going to go through the standings real quick. Oh, I should probably give my pick Pac-12. Was that already done? I think, Washington State won the Pac-12. Obviously, Notre Dame won the FBS Independence. I wish we had some games for them. Like, it's so boring. The Pac-12 is just dead. I mean, we already know that. Honestly, I'm not gonna. Okay. Oh. Alright, so I didn't say this earlier, but the Sun Belt probably has the worst teams behind James Madison and Troy. Troy had Southern Miss, who weren't that bad. They were 6-5, or no, 7-5. Not good enough. James Madison had probably the worst one. The third place was Coastal Carolina. They went 6-6. Don't know what to say. Alright, well, that's going to be it for this video. I've gone through my entire predictions. I hope you liked them. I didn't actually say what the scores would be. I don't really care to try and do that because I'm never going to get that right. So, hopefully you liked that video. Hit the subscribe button if you're able to find this video.